Hi, I'm Liz Parker-Kuhn, Senior Editor at Candy Industry Magazine. Today we are here with Kona Ice CEO Tony Lamb. Thanks for being here today with us.
Well, I'm happy to be here.
For my first question, Kona Ice recently did a line of candy with Hilco Sweets and CandyRific. So why did you decide to partner with those companies?
Well, we got a lot of exposure, Liz, around the country. We have about 1,900 franchises around the country with our Kona business, and then another 1,000 points of sale with smaller kiosk and things like that. So we're in 49 states. We're in all major markets, and we have this presence, and we're it's a wonderful business, and we do well in it. But we really don't want to get into the can. I didn't want to get in the candy business. We're very good at mobile vending. We're very good. So what's the opportunity to expose the brand a little farther? And because I think we've done a really good job with our customer clientele, what's our perfect customer is probably I don't know, the 5-year-old to the 18-year-old student or whatever that loves. And I say that, heck, I see we do a lot of corporate events all the time, and there's the 40-year-olds that turn into the 12-year-olds. So we have a lot of that. So when you look at that and you look at that exposure over time, we just thought we would want to get some more brand exposure. So we thought, let's look for a company that has a nice line of candies that could use our branding and see if we have some traction there, maybe take advantage a little bit of our brand. But also, most importantly, I think expose our brand in a larger capacity. What I'm kind of excited about, to be honest, in the northern markets is to have exposure to our brand when our season is down. So, Christmas candy of Kona Ice, Kona Ice trucks do not drive around in Michigan, even though we've got probably 40 franchises in Michigan. They don't drive around on Christmas. So if you're in that space and you see the exposure, it's, memory elasticity for the brand. So.
Okay, that makes sense. And then how did you decide what format you wanted to put the candies into? For example, there's gummies, lollipops, popping candy, and some seasonal items, I believe.
Is it fair to say that I kind of Hilco's much smarter than we are in the candy space, so we really leaned on them a lot and what they thought. They showed us several options, and these are the ones that we picked. But it's not like they showed us every option. They said it wasn't completely our decision. They did their research and they said, well, here's where we feel like you'll have the strongest relation in space. And so we thought we're trusting them to make these decisions and go. And of course, I'm sure it's in the early days, there'll be a little bit of trial and error as we go through it, but we're excited about that.
Okay. And then as a follow-up question to that, did Kona Ice also look into other possible candy manufacturers to partner with, or were Hilco and CandyRific the only one you considered?
No, I think there were several that we had talked to. I didn't talk to them personally, Liz, I'll have to admit, but I know that our team that was going through this process um, was working with that. Actually, there's a company called Brand Genuity that is one step back as far as using your brand to use into things like that. And they were, and obviously the obvious initial response from that was in the candy space. And then inside the candy space, you have several options to choose from. But we are excited about Hilco. I mean, they are a Kentucky company, and we're a Kentucky company, and I think that was a lot. But they were incredible when we met them, and they're just really wonderful to work with. Great customers of Kona Ice. That was a bonus and everything. So I don't know. We're cautiously, wonderfully excited about the relationship.
Okay, sounds good. And then this is the first time that Kona Ice flavors are available in a packaged candy format. Do you have any other candy plans or plans for candy expansion in 2025?
Oh, Liz, I've got so much plans for candy. I don't have it. I think we're going to take this first step and kind of see where it goes and watch it real closely. We're a data hungry company, and we like to watch the data real close and see. We don't want anything to take away from our brand and bifurcate our brand or take attention away. But I think this has got success written all over it in a lot of ways. Certainly, everyone involved in the relationship is very excited about it. Hilco and Brand Genuity, and we're all excited. So No one's wanting anything but success, but I don't think we've made plans. I believe it's a 3-year contract that we're looking at because we know it takes time for them to get to ramp up. So we want to go that way with it. But I think we're just going to kind of pause here and see what these next 3 years look like, and kind of go from there. We did it a little bit with merchandising and clothes, and we had a deal with Abercrombie, and that went really, really well. So it made us make decisions going forward, different decisions going forward in merchandising too.
Okay. And you kind of just answered this, but how does Kona Ice promote brand awareness through food and retail avenues?
How do we promote? I mean, obviously, 1,900 points of sale trucks out driving around. Ironically enough, I used to own a mobile billboard truck company, and basically, I've got 1,900 mobile billboards driving around in 30,000 schools, and so the trucks themselves do a great amount of advertising. But we have a really strong digital media, social media, and digital marketing presence that we do. Do a lot of the media platforms or social platforms, and do a lot of marketing on there, things like that. But we have a proprietary database of all of our customers that we email market to and things like that. So we do a lot of marketing. Well, we don't do national television, radio, anything like that. So it's just not in our business model because who has to pay for that? The franchisees, and I like the franchisees to keep as much money as they possibly can. So, but so this is our organic way of doing it.
Okay. Makes sense. And then my last question, what is your personal favorite product from the new candy line?
I think just from a nostalgic, it's the pop rocks that I think would be just. I mean, I've tried those and I was like, oh yeah, this brings back all the memories. And then how many can you cram in your mouth at one time? Yeah, yeah, I was interesting growing up, so I think that's probably my excitement. I think what's the candy canes have tested really, really well, and then they've got the dipstick, the powder with the stick. But I can't think of that thing. I think that's going to go really, really well because I think that's what Kona customers are used to is a selection of different things. Because
Yeah.
yeah, on the sides of our trucks have the self-serve flavor wave. That's what makes Kona so unique is people get to make their own concoctions all the time, and that. So,
Okay. I'll
all
have to
right,
keep a lookout for it. Well, thanks for your time. That's all the time we have for today.
all right.